Hi, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for December 19th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're new to the channel or if you like to cross-watch and you don't want to watch the introduction, which this is, and will be tagged onto all of the readings, then just go right down there. I should have updated the timestamp, so that should just bypass me completely, or at least this part. Now, I hope you will watch it at least once, though, because I try to put some good information. And again, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Holy Spirit, and let whatever comes through come through. Now, I'm going to go and talk a little bit before we get into the cards. I'm going to talk about what's going on in the skies. I do have this posted on my website, in my blogs, but we do have some interesting stuff happening. December 20th. Remember, we are in the shadow of Mercury retrograde. Mercury goes retrograde on December 29th. So we do have that very anything can happen type of energy going on. Mercury has a lot to do with electronics, has to do with messages. So, it has to do with people coming back in. I feel Mercury, when it goes retrograde, it tries to clean up some of the mess. Sometimes it makes a little bit more of a mess before you can clean it up. If you've ever had to clean out your garage, you understand what I'm saying about it before things can get organized. I think Mercury helps to work with karmic energy. When we're in the retrograde time, karmic energy gets resolved, or it works towards resolution. How's that? So we have other things going on. This December 20th through the 23rd, and actually, through the 29th, is going to have some strong energies. We have on the 20th, Jupiter, which has been going back and forth between between Aries and Pisces. Well, now it's leaving Pisces for good, and it's going into Aries, and then it's going to stay in Aries. It's going to transition in and out of that too, but right now it is going into Aries. It is going to be very focused energy. This is a really strong time to write down your goals, okay? Write down the things you want to happen and be persistent. This is the time, just be persistent. I really get this persistent energy here. It's like, every day, put it out there, okay? Because Aries is fire energy, so it's very passionate burning, and Jupiter, is the planet of good fortune. Every day, be like that little drop of water that just keeps hitting that rock until you make a really big indent. Okay, so that's the 20th, 9:33 a.m. The 21st, we have the winter's solstice, or that's for the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere has the summer solstice. These are those times where, there's a lot of metaphysical energy going on around solstices. So this is again a time to put it out there. Drop. I know I'm going to be for drop, with that water. Just keep putting it in there. Sun is entering Capricorn, Earth energy, at 4:59 p.m. on the 21st. So we have winter solstice. We have the sun going into Capricorn. So Capricorn is the Earth, so it is about your money, job, career, very tangible energy. There is Capricorns are workhorses. I know that all of us can have this part about us, but Capricorns, they get things done when they set their mind to it. They have to set their mind to it. Capricorn is squaring with Jupiter, and that day also. Now, squaring has a little bit of a, kind of a little bit of a rub. It's like that little piece of sand in an oyster that can become that pearl. So it's kind of like saying, you've got to do it. You've got to do it. You've got to do it. So it's kind of irritating to each other. But because of that irritation, there's a little bit kind of a competition. It's like, well, we're going to get this done. Now, the 22nd, we have Venus in Capricorn trining with Uranus, which is retrograde in Taurus. Again, two earth energies. And Venus, so there can be unexpected relationship energies. And remember, we also have the 29th, we have Mercury going retrograde in Capricorn, going retrograde itself in Capricorn. And when Mercury goes retrograde, which we are in that shadow, many things can happen with relationships. A lot of times that's about, old relationships coming back into our lives. There can be some just really big insights about relationships. Mercury is about electronics. It's about messages. It's a very I don't want to say fluid because it's not. You don't want to put fluids with Mercury. It's a very electric type of energy. So we are in a time when anything can happen, and I do feel when Mercury goes retrograde that there's a lot of karmic readjustment being offered or being done during this time. So we have that Venus. Now on the 23rd, we have the new moon in Capricorn at 5:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So again, the 20th through the 23rd, very strong energy, very much if there's something that's just not moving for you or not being put into place or just not, drip, drip, drip. You have to be persistent. Many times we don't get it on the first try, sometimes not even on the second, sometimes not on the 99th, but then that 100th time comes. And then our wounded warrior, Chiron, goes direct. So there's, I'm not really an expert with the wounded hero, the wounded warrior, Chiron, except that there's a lot of self-sacrificing with Chiron, and it's been going retrograde, so now it's going to go direct. So I would say between the 20th through the 23rd is going to be very strong energies, and then we look at our numbers. We have December, which is the 12th month. We have the 20th, so we have a lot of that 2 energy, changes, decisions, coming together. So on December 22nd, 2022, we've got all those 2s. That has to mean something. So very interesting energies going on right now. Now, for the readings, I am going to be using my Radley Valentine decks. I will be using my Archangel Power Tarot cards and my Guardian Angel Tarot cards. I will be using my Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies. Okay, and there's the Frances Monroe and Judy Mastrangelo, and my Emily Anderson Crystal deck. I will also, just because I was doing this, I was doing some videos, product reviews or card reviews. I don't know what we're going to do with this per se, but for this time, we're going to use the Angel Answers Oracle cards. I do have a little problem with the Angel Answers, is that it doesn't always give you the answer you want it to. So isn't that how life is? So let's see. Now, so that's what we're going to do in the main readings. But for right now, I am going to be using my Rider-Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osha Zen Tarot cards. Remember what I said earlier. These are general readings. They may or may not resonate. Take what you like. Leave the rest. And again, I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself to higher power, God, Source, Holy Spirit, and, let them take the show. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Holy Father, what do we have coming? We have this one jumping. Remember, cards that are reversed, to me, I believe they have stronger, pay attention energy. So let's see what we have. So the first one that jumped is the Fool, a new beginning, a new start. Believe. It may not necessarily look positive. It may not look the way you want it to be, but just believe. But it is a new journey. It is a new start. So let's see what else we might have here. One more shuffle. Oh, and here we go. And we come to the Page of Swords. All right, so that one fell on the floor. Let's see. How about one more? What else do we have? One other card. One other card. So there is some challenges. What's going on? This has, okay, let's go on. Let's just see what we've got here. Okay. So cards fall out. They want to be read. They want to be seen. The first one we have here is, again, reversed. This is a 0. This is a God source number, so there is something very divine with this. I know 7 is a divine number, but this is a, like you're being put on this path for a reason. You are here at this time for a reason. And if you follow me, I believe that the people that follow here we're basically all light workers. We're all, healers in some ways. There's a divine, we're on a divine journey in many, many ways, and we come together to be encouraged. You encourage me, I encourage you. So the fool doesn't necessarily look to where he's going, but the fool believes that everything will be fine. The sun is shining on the fool. The fool, is, kind of in a little bit of a dangerous position if he's to continue moving forward that direction. But it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to. The fool just has a love of life, and the fool is, has a lot of faith and a lot of belief, knows that wherever the fool is going will be the right direction, even if there's some hard times for the fool. So something for this week, there's a new direction happening. Now we come to the Page of Swords. Now this is Major Arcana, which is more universal energy. This is Minor, which is more your day-to-day. Now the Court cards have a dual energy. Pages themselves have, their underlying energy is that earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. We're going in, we're having a lot of that Capricorn energy right now. We're going into that Capricorn time. Money, job, career, tangible energy. So that has that earth, that's really grounded energy. Swords is that air energy. That is your Aquarius, your Gemini, and your Libra. And we've been talking about Aquarius and Gemini having Saturn in Aquarius and Mars in Gemini. So that is your air energy. That is your thought processes. That's thinking things through, making some plans. Also could be about hearing news. Okay? So the Page of Swords has this really, maybe hearing news about money, hearing news or about a new job, kind of this, things are in the air energy. The Page of Swords is not necessarily as focused as what he should be, because he's very enthusiastic. So he's kind of like jumping ahead of himself. He's one of these energies that just wants to kind of get there. Doesn't necessarily see the roadblocks, isn't really taking time to think things through, but that's okay. That's okay, because he's got this Fool energy next to him that's saying everything's going to be okay. The Page of Swords does bring about challenges. It's new challenges, new possibilities, but it's okay, because the Fool energy next to him is like saying, come on, we're going to get through this. Let's do this. Your next card we have is the 9 of Fire. So 9 has an energy, so we have a 0990. 9 has an energy of let's wrap it up. We've got this. You just stand firm. Fire energy is our Aries. Again, Jupiter going into Aries. It's also our Leo. It's also our Sagittarius, and we're transitioning from Sagittarius to Capricorn. And again, passionate, burning, very committed energy here. Now, this 9 of rods or wands, some people call it either one, is basically, you can see he's been beat up a little bit. And I don't mean that somebody's jumped. It's just life has given him, this is somebody that has learned from the school of hard knocks, okay? But he is still standing firm. He is not backing down. So whatever's going on between the Fool and the Page, the 9 of Fire kind of tells them, hey, just keep moving. Don't stop. Don't back down. Don't give in. You've earned your right. You are now, you are where you're supposed to be, and you're not supposed to go backwards. So interesting stuff with that. Now, the one card we did not talk about, the one energy, is our cups or our water, which is our Cancer, which Pisces, and our Scorpio energy. Remember, Scorpio is in the southern, or the southern node is in Scorpio right now, so that is about the past, clearing up the past. And we have, we have Jupiter, which is leaving Pisces to go into into Aries. Now remember, that's not changing a direction, that's just moving on. So it is going at its normal pace. So let's see, with Osha Zen Tarot, is there anything else? So whatever this is, there is something that's new and exciting happening. It may be a little bit unbelievable. There's a lot of God source energy here. You have to believe, even if you feel like it's not, like you're not necessarily on steady ground. The page is basically kind of saying, yes, there is a new start, a new beginning. Think things through. There's going to be challenges. So it's not necessarily an easy week per se. There are challenges to this week. And then the Nine of Rods is going to say you need to just keep firm. You need to stay focused. You need to keep moving. You don't go backwards. Do not go backwards. Okay? Don't retreat. And again, I'm really getting, he has been through the school of hard knocks. So let's see, with the Osha Zen Tarot, God source energy, what would you have? Okay. Guilt. So we have an 8, unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities. And then we have this woman, or could be a man, but generally more of a feminine energy. Just, oh my gosh, the thoughts. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? What am I supposed to do? Have I done right? So whatever's going on here is really bringing up a lot of upset. It's really bringing up a lot of, what have I been doing? What have I played into this? So there could be, remember with that Mercury brings revelations. We're not necessarily in the retrograde, but we're getting closer and closer to the retrograde. So it does bring revelations to us, and it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was happening. I can't believe this is happening. And what part did I play in any of this? So it's an interesting energy. I mean, we have this one that's all these possibilities, not necessarily easy, but not necessarily hard. We always have to remember that God's source is guiding us and putting us on this journey. We have to stay firm. And then we get this guilt card. The guilt card, too, though, is about letting go. I mean, you cannot move forward. You cannot move forward if you're stuck in guilt. Okay? Think of guilt as like one of those really sticky spider webs. And we've all seen movies. Well, we've seen movies where we get, where the hero or the heroine or whoever the main character is, even the bad guy gets stuck in gets stuck in their web, the web of deceit, the web. So there's something about this. We cannot move forward if we stick in, if we're stuck in guilt. I'm always talking that fear is a tool of the devil. Well, guilt is another tool, and it just doesn't let you move on if you get stuck in this energy. So this is more universal. So this is what's going on. There's lots of movement happening. We can't get stuck in guilt. We can face it. And then, we can apologize. We can say, yes, that happened. We can acknowledge, but we cannot get stuck in it. If you can't make a change to it, if you can't change the past, but we can learn from the past and we can move on. So, and these are all about moving on. This is saying, don't go back. Don't go back. Guilt, acknowledge it, move on. Okay, so interesting stuff for this week. I'm sorry that I'm on the later side, but I have actually had some a Christmas miracle in many ways. So maybe I'll talk about that on my blog. I don't know. Maybe I'll do something about it. But yes, our garage door came not completely, but it came off of its hinges. And if you've ever had that happen, it's interesting. But again, too, God Source came through, and within, I think, an hour, hour and a half, it was all resolved. And so again, I look at those as Christmas miracles. All right, so please take time to do the like, share, subscribe, clicking on the bell for notifications. We have hit 26,000 and we're staying there. Because like I said, normally it kind of goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down, but we're staying there and we are growing. So thank you to all. We're in this together and we're here to support each other. I hope I support you and help you, and I know that you do the same for me. So let's get started on our readings. Hello, my Leo. So let's see what we've got going on. Jupiter now in Aries, and it's transitioning, so it's kind of we are in that, we're still Pisces and Aries, and it kind of has a little bit of both, making plans, making dreams. But this is some strong stuff going on here. So let's see what we've got here for my, move things around a little bit. Let's see what we've got going on for my Leos. Higher power. What do we have for my higher power, from my higher power for my Leos? Well, there is a celebratory energy here. We've got the 3 of Raphael. Raphael is water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, fluid, emotional. 3 is celebration. It is creativity. The power of 3. We've got a very strong wishing moon out there right now. Okay, now we have the Emperor. Interesting because, okay, we've got more. They're just flipping itself out, aren't they? They're flipping for you. Anyway, let's see what we've got going on here for my Leos. All right, so we've got these 2 are reversed. These 2 are not, so they're kind of bookend. I kind of feel like it's like a bracket around these. So it's kind of like, there's celebration, there is solutions, which is temperance, also the temperance. But again, I feel like it's focusing on this piece. Okay, it's like a bracket, bookends here. So let's see what we've got. The first card, again, a little bit stronger energy. 3 of Raphael. I told you what they both mean. This is, again, this is like, oh, what I've been waiting for. This is wonderful news. This is like, I wasn't even expecting this type of news. So there is something going on here that's going to be a little bit of a shocker to you, a little bit of unexpected news that you're going to be like, I feel like you're like a sigh of relief, a new hope. It's I'm kind of getting a flashback to one of the Star Wars things, the New Hope. It's like it's a new hope. There's still work to be done. It's not necessarily going to be easy, but again, it's a new hope. There's a new hope coming for you. There's a new hope opening itself up for you. Again, there's reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. This does have that Mercury retrograde feel of something being uncovered. There's a new hope. There's a new hope. And again, it's something, it's like, in order for this to happen, you have to do this. Again, I feel like this is brackets. Maybe you're going to understand what I'm talking about. You know how with brackets, it's like an algebraic equation, and the things that are bracketed, you focus on first. Is that what we do here? And then this is what comes about. But we're basically just going this way to that way. So 3, now we have a 4. 4 has stability, organization, leadership. We have the Emperor. We have Archangel Uriel. Uriel brings light, to the hidden energies. Now the Emperor also has a masculine divine energy to it. Just something that's a little bit more, it's a little bit more focused. And that doesn't mean that the feminine energy isn't focused. The feminine energy just has a lot more, actually the feminine energy has a lot more to deal with. But the masculine energy is kind of bringing things more into focus, okay? The Emperor, again, sits on the throne. The Emperor, I love, somebody once said, one of our subscribers said, the Emperor is like the court cards, except without the drama. The Emperor is more, this is the way it has to be. Okay, so stability and efficiency, taking charge of a situation, ambitious, plans. I'll tell you that Aries just got this card too, so if you have any Aries in your natal chart, you should take a look at that too. So 6 of Michael, 6 is the number of man. It's the energies you put into it. I'm kind of feeling like it's what, it's the work you've done. Michael is air energy. It is Aquarius. It is Gemini and Libra thought processes. This is moving forth, moving. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Again, there's a new hope. The new hope is coming. The new hope is here. You're seeing the light. You're seeing that there's possibilities. You're not giving up. Okay? There's more to come. So this is a week of really positive, optimistic energy. And I hope that you hold on to that. This is not a week for you to, I'm not saying that even if, that even if, things are not necessarily working your way, you just have to have hope. You have to have, you just have to get up and say, no, this is going to be the best day of my life, and we're going to be moving forward into that light. This has a lot of that Fool energy that we talked about in the introduction. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans, relocation, or travel. And we come to the end, which is solutions. Archangel Zedkiel of the violet light. We have a 14. We have that 4 energy again. We have a 1 energy, new beginnings. You can add the 1 and 4. It becomes a 5. This is, again, Archangel Zedkiel of the violet light. There is some really interesting energy here. There is some compromise. There is taking time to hear, taking time to think. It's I kind of get this like, okay, taking it all in and having, it's not necessarily a light bulb resolution, but it does bring you to a solution that you can celebrate with. Success that comes from objective compromise, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So here we go. 3, 4, 6, 1, 4. 4, 1, 6, 4, 3. Okay, let's see now. Let's see. We're going to try to pull only one card from our guardian angels because I pulled a lot of cards fell out for Aries. So I don't know why, but well, we have Jupiter going into Aries. So again, Aries is kind of a little bit stronger player right now. Let's see what we've got going here. Higher power, guardian angels, what do we want to tell our Leos? What do we want our Leos to know? The guardian of action. This is the king of fire, your energy. The guardian, the king though, does have air energy underlying. The guardian looks at the big picture. It doesn't focus so much on the details, but looks at the outcome, or the outcome that is wanted here too. So it's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun, so move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. So it's time for you to get off your butt and time for you to get things done. Interesting. Okay, let's go on here. Inspirational wisdom. And here we are. Here we go. Leos. Fairies, angels, what do you have for our Leos? What do you have for our Leos? Here we are. I believe. Believe in your abilities to accomplish great things. Move forward in the profound way needed for your future work. Believe. Get off your butt. Get moving. Get things done. Believe. I believe. Okay. So what energy or crystal would be good for my Leos for this week? Let's see what we have. We have that, we do have that 4 energy going on. We have, if you think 6 has 2 3s in it, so we have 3 energy too also. So let's see. What crystal or energy for my Leos would be good, would be helpful. Green jade. Attracting love, balance. Oh, I like this. Dreams come true, purity. That's beautiful. Okay, we're going to pull in these cards. These are my angel oracles. This is going to be more for just fun. Not that what we're doing isn't also, but I did, and again, I'm going to tell people I have been working with these, and I don't know, the answers are not necessarily the answers I want. I know, but we always, that's kind of the way it is, isn't it? Sometimes we don't want necessarily, but, and in hindsight, I could see that they were pretty accurate in many ways. Okay, so we're just for fun, ask a question. So what this will do is this will give you angel advice. It will give you, some will be a yes and no, some will be a little bit kind of like what you need to do to get there. So ask a question, my Leos, and then tell me if this resonated at all. And remember, this may not resonate, so do not, and again too, I'm always telling you this because I want to make sure everyone knows, do not quit your job. It's easier to get a new job when you have a job, okay? So don't, if you're asking, should I quit my job? And if it says yes, then look for a new job before you do the quitting, okay? Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be more definitive in its answer. So let me know who this might belong to, if anyone. Reconsider. What is it that you need to reconsider? Ooh. Reconsider, my Leos. Interesting. Okay, let me know. Again, that one was just for fun. I enjoyed that too. And when I'm doing my personal readings, I said, we're going to do this, but it's really... Anyway, my Leos, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on that bell for notifications. As always, my Leos, always know that you are loved, stay shining, and be blessed. Bye-bye.